Good evening, Oakland. This is Jesse Smith, candidate for mayor, here with a public advisory. A large number of our population is an immediate threat, physical threat, deadly threat. This comes in the form of a wave of right-wing vigilantes who are dedicated to harming the homeless. They use arson, death threats, chemical weapons. They've lit a number of homeless encampments on fire in Oakland. One of these vigilantes is named Jason Perkins. He owns a club, or he owns a few clubs. He owns a company called Parish Entertainment. The New Parish is a club in downtown Oakland here near City Hall. Henry Sante, aka Jogger Joe, liked to frequent the New Parish on a particular night called Wormhole, which is a wealthy people's drug party. And Jogger Joe and Jason Perkins, they terrorize homeless people. But it's not just these two guys. It's a whole, for lack of a better word, movement. This is the Nazis that have gained momentum since the election of Trump. They have allies and networks and internet chat groups, and they plot on how to terrorize homeless people. Their working term for the homeless population is junkie motherfuckers. This is a phrase used by Jason Perkins when he was distributing death threat letters to the homeless population in San Francisco. He also brandished a gun and used pepper spray on a homeless man. But it's larger than them. Even our mayor, Libby Schaaf, has spoken with sympathy towards these terrorists, saying that she understands the frustration on both sides, borrowing the language of Donald Trump when he was referring to the Nazis in Charlottesville. Both sides. I don't exactly understand the mentality that can see sides in this issue. There are racist terrorists attacking people, using, but this is the situation we're dealing with. Well, I recently went down to Lake Merritt to go check on the gentleman whose possessions were thrown in the lake. And I was so pleased to see that the community had shown up. There was a party going on. There was dancing. There was drums. He was being supplied with materials, food, blankets, replacing everything that Henry Sante had thrown into the lake. And as I was walking away, I crossed paths with someone who was on the phone. Didn't look like he was from Oakland, didn't have an Oakland vibe about him at all, if you know what I mean. And he was on the phone talking about how he was sick of these junkie motherfuckers. I noticed it. I thought the worst, but, I didn't jump to any strong conclusions. I kept an eye on him as he walked off into the distance. I've recently learned that junkie motherfuckers is the operating term that these right-wing vigilantes use. So there, on the day that we are showing up to show support for Drew, the man who was assaulted or whose possessions were thrown into the lake, I see another one of these vigilantes crossing by. This is large. We have to be on the lookout. We have to check on our homeless neighbors. We have to make sure that they're okay. We have to make sure that they know that we care, that we stand with them, that they're part of Oakland, that they're part of this community, and that they're not going to be neglected, that they're not going to be ignored, that we're going to stand by them and stand up for them, that we're going to protect each other. We have to do this because the mayor's not on their side. We have to be.